I get it. You didn't expect to lose muscle. When you started your GLP-1 medication, the promise was clear. Lose the fat, keep the body underneath. That's the lie. The scale doesn't tell you what you really lost. And somewhere around week 6, you looked down at your arms and saw something that felt like betrayal. The skin is loose, definition gone, and worse, you feel weak in a way the lower number on the scale just doesn't justify. That's the problem. You're not imagining it, and you can fix it. I'll show you how. Stick around for 5 dumbbell exercises. No cardio, no machines. But first, 60 seconds of science. What's happening inside you is called sarcopenic obesity. The internet calls it Ozempic body or skinny fat. I'm going to call it what it is. You're losing the tissue you can't afford to lose. GLP-1s are extremely good at one thing, reducing appetite. They're brutal at another. They don't discriminate between fat and muscle. Your body is in a severe caloric deficit. It's making a choice. Muscle is expensive to maintain. Fat is cheap. So up to 40% of the weight you lose isn't fat at all. It's lean tissue. Now add perimenopause. Declining estrogen accelerates muscle loss all on its own. You're not weaker because you're lazy. You're weaker because your medication and your hormones are ganging up against you. You can rebuild this, but not with what the fitness industry has been selling to women over 40. Bootcamps, HIIT, endless cardio. Those work beautifully if your goal is to feel exhausted. You need the opposite of what you've been told. Slow down, load tension, and add frequency. Moving on. Grab 2 pairs of dumbbells, one medium and one heavier. Start with 5 minutes of easy movement. Walk, arm circles, some body weight squats. No sweat required, just a short warm-up. Never load a cold joint. Every exercise is 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. 3 seconds down on every rep. Rest 90 seconds to 2 minutes between sets. Okay, let's go. Grab a dumbbell in each hand. Arms straight at your sides, feet shoulder width apart, chest tall. Squat down like you're sitting into a chair. Weight in your heels, lower for 3 seconds. Pause at the bottom and drive back up. That's 1 rep, 3 sets of 8 to 12. Some people call this a suitcase squat. A real suitcase squat is one-sided. This isn't that. So why this movement first? A squat loads more muscle at once than pretty much any other dumbbell exercise. Quads, glutes, hamstrings, lower back, all of it fires together. When you're losing muscle systemically, you need systemic signaling. Here's the science. Loading both sides at once means heavier weight. Heavier weight means more motor units recruited. More motor units means a louder, preserve this tissue signal. Spoiler alert, your muscles don't have ears. What they do have are mechanosensors. Tension is the only language they speak. Here's what to watch for. Your chest stays lifted, so don't let the dumbbells pull you forward. Your knees track over your toes. If your knees collapse inward, the weight is too heavy. Lower slowly. It's all about control, never speed. Pause at the bottom, then drive up through your heels. Dumbbell in each hand, feet staggered, 1 forward, 1 back, front foot flat, back foot on the ball, soft front knee, chest tall. If you feel wobbly with both weights and your feet staggered, use only 1 weight on the same side as the front foot, then grab onto something stable with your other hand for balance. Hinge forward at the hips, so send your hips backward. Feel the stretch in the front hamstring. Return to standing by driving your hips forward. All your reps on one side, then switch. 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps per side. This movement isolates the hamstring and glute of the front leg while demanding single leg stability. The science is in the eccentric or lowering phase. That's where muscle protein synthesis peaks. Here's what to watch for. Hip hinge. This is not a squat. The movement is all hips. Your spine is a steel rod, no rounding. Chest stays lifted throughout. If you feel this in your lower back instead of your hamstring, You're bending forward, not hinging. So stop, reset, reduce the weight, then find the hinge again. Feel the hamstrings lengthen on the way down. That's the money. Sit down for this one. Back against a chair, feet flat on the floor. Okay, dumbbell in each hand at shoulder height. Palms facing each other in a neutral grip, and they stay that way all the way up and all the way down. Rib cage is lifted, core engaged. Press straight overhead until your arms are just about locked. Lower for 3 seconds, back to starting position. Elbows should stop just below shoulder level between reps, no deeper. 3 sets of 8 to 12. Pressing overhead is also loaded compression straight down from your wrists through your spine. Rapid weight loss costs you bone density too. This is one of the movements that helps get that back. Here's what to watch for. Your rib cage is going to stay lifted, shoulder blades back and down against the chair. If your lower back peels off the chair and arches, you're pressing with your spine instead of your shoulders, so go lighter. Palms are going to be facing each other. Don't let your hands rotate forward at the top. Press up, not forward. The dumbbell shouldn't drift out in front of your face. And take 3 seconds down every rep. No sweat, just strong women. 1 dumbbell, 1 hand. Opposite hand on a bench or chair. Flat back, parallel to the floor. Start with the dumbbell hanging directly under your shoulder. Pull the dumbbell to your hip. Squeeze your shoulder blade toward your spine at the top. Lower with control, 3 seconds down. 3 sets of 8 to 12 per side. The row hits every muscle on the back of your body that sitting and scrolling weakens. Lats, rhomboids, rear delts, traps. Rapid weight loss without back training creates a collapsed look, the shoulders rolling forward. Rows rebuild that scaffolding. By the way, here's an entire video on retraining posture muscles, so check that out. The unilateral setup here matters too. Single arm rowing creates an anti-rotation demand. Your core fires to keep you from twisting toward the working side. That's functional strength. Like picking up a bag of groceries or pulling a suitcase. Every real-world pull is one-sided. And here's what to watch for. Pull with your back, not your bicep, although the bicep assists and is strengthened in a secondary role. Lead with the elbow and squeeze at the top. Hold it like you mean it, then lower slowly, 3 seconds down. If you're twisting your torso to get the weight up, it's too heavy. Your back stays flat and parallel to the floor. Only your arm moves. Lie on your back, bench, floor, whatever you have. A dumbbell in each hand. Press them together, palms facing each other. Elbows are tucked at your sides. Now, press up, keeping the squeeze on the dumbbells. Elbows stay in. Lower the dumbbells back to your chest, 3 seconds down. The squeeze never stops, not for 1 second. No rest at the top. 3 sets of 8 to 12. The neutral grip keeps your shoulders in a relative external rotation, so there's less impingement risk. This is especially important after decades of poor posture that rolls the shoulders forward. A standard bench press with flared elbows invites joint problems. This variation solves them before they start. The science is in the constant tension. No lockout, no rest at the top. The squeeze creates uninterrupted mechanical load, and time under tension is what drives rebuilding. Close grip pressing also drives the tricep, the back of your arm. Once again, this is a compound movement involving multiple muscle groups under tension. Here's what to watch for. Squeeze like you're holding something valuable between those dumbbells. Elbows stay in, shoulder blades stay back and down, away from your ears. If the dumbbells separate even for a moment, the weight is too heavy. The squeeze is the exercise. That's the full protocol. The free PDF that's in the description below has all of this, plus the form cues for every lift, and an 8-week log sheet to track your weights. You'll need to print out 3 of those 8-week log sheets to track 6 months. Twice a week to start. 3 is better if you recover well. Leave a day between sessions. 3 seconds on every lowering phase. 90 seconds to 2 minutes rest between sets. And here's how to progress. When you complete all of your reps with perfect form, 2 sessions in a row, then add weight. That's the whole progression rule. Then write it down. Or the weeks blur together and you stay at the same dumbbell for 3 months. Now, here's where most women miss the memo entirely. You can do these exercises perfectly and still lose muscle if you don't eat enough protein. The GLP-1 medications have suppressed your appetite. Your body does not want to eat. And if you undereat protein in a caloric deficit, the exercises are only creating a stimulus. They're not giving your body the resource to respond to that stimulus. Aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of your goal body weight every day, but never much less than 100 grams. If your goal is 150 pounds, then that's 150 grams of protein. It feels like a lot. It is, but it's non-negotiable. You rebuild muscle in the kitchen, not in the gym. And here's 3 more things nobody tells you about training while on these medications. Hydrate before you train. These drugs dehydrate you, and dehydrated muscle performs poorly. Next, don't train fasted. Get some protein in first. And lastly, if injection day leaves you flat, train the day before or wait 2 days after. Moving the day is just smart programming. Talk to your provider about all of it. Protein, muscle loss, and bone density. Ask them to watch all 3. So in case you haven't noticed, the muscle loss happened way faster than the rebuilding ever will. You lost it in 6 weeks. You'll spend 6 months or more getting it back. That's not inefficiency, that's just biology. The drug does its job, you do yours. Together, the scale drops and the muscle stays. Grab the PDF in the description below, print it, keep it handy whenever you train. If this was helpful, stay with me. Next video is the other half of this one. How to actually eat 150 grams of protein a day when the medication has killed your appetite. Because lifting is the easy part. Train smarter. I'll show you how.